Now we're still on week 2 and we're going to be looking at Página 10 and activities 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so first we're going to start out looking right here at Página 10, page 10, and it says La sala de clases, the classroom. So right here we have el estudiante, the student, el profesor, the professor, and then he's asking, ¿Qué quiere decir lápiz? He's asking his student, what does lápiz mean? And then he answers, quiere decir pencil. It means pencil. And right here we have la estudiante, the female student, and la profesora, the female teacher. And right here she asks, ¿Cómo se dice book in español? How do you say book in Spanish? And the student answers, se dice libro. You say libro. Okay, and right here we have el pupitre, and this is a student's desk. Later on, you'll see how to say just desk, a regular desk. But whenever you say pupitre, this is what they're referring to, a student's desk. El bolígrafo, la carpeta, el lápiz, el cuaderno, la hoja de papel, and el libro. So let's start with actividad 1, el libro, el lápiz, the book, the pencil. You will hear the names of classroom objects. After you hear each word, hold up the object if you have it on your desk or point to it if it is somewhere in the classroom. So whenever you hear this object, just point right here in your book to it. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, la hoja de papel. Number 2, el libro. Number 3, la profesora. Number 4, el pupitre. Number 5, el bolígrafo. Number 6, el cuaderno. Number 7, el lápiz. And number 8, la carpeta. Okay, so now let's look at actividad 2. ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say it? Talk with a partner about items and people in your classroom. So here we have the modelo, the example. Person A is given this item. This is what they're going to be talking about. And person A is going to ask person B, ¿Cómo se dice book in español? How do you say book in Spanish? Person B answers, se dice, you say libro. Okay, so I want you to answer when I ask you how you say these items in Spanish. Okay, ¿Cómo se dice pen en español? Okay, so you should have answered, se dice bolígrafo. Okay, let's look at number 2. ¿Cómo se dice estudiante? I'm sorry, I just gave you the answer. ¿Cómo se dice student en español? Okay, this should be easy since I just gave you the answer. Se dice estudiante. Number 3. ¿Cómo se dice notebook en español? Okay, so you should have answered, se dice cuaderno. See how we're just plugging these in? Okay, for number 4. ¿Cómo se dice desk en español? Se dice pupitre is what you should have said. And now number 5, the last one for this section. ¿Cómo se dice folder en español? Okay, so you should have said, se dice carpeta. And if you weren't able to answer those, pause it and do this on your own, and then if you need to play it for the answers, you can play it. So be sure that you're ready with all of these vocabs for Monday. Okay, now let's go to the next section. They're going to switch it on us now. Now, they, instead of saying it in English first, they're saying it in Spanish first and then English. Okay, so right here they give you the word mano, hand, and they're asking, ¿Qué quiere decir mano? What does mano mean? Quiere decir hand. It means hand. Okay, so let's start with number 6. ¿Qué quiere decir cuaderno? Okay, and you should have answered, quiere decir notebook. Okay, number 7. ¿Qué quiere decir hoja de papel? You should have answered, quiere decir sheet of paper. ¿Qué quiere decir cabeza? Quiere decir head. ¿Qué quiere decir carpeta? Quiere decir folder. And the last one, ¿qué quiere decir brazo? And you should answer, quiere decir arm. Okay, muy bien. Okay, so now we're going to be, you should have read this, or you should read this this week. It says in your syllabus, read Gramática. So let's read it together. Nouns refer to people, animals, places, things, and ideas. In Spanish, nouns have gender. They are either masculine or feminine. Most nouns that end in O are masculine. Keyword most, not all. Most nouns that end in A are feminine. Again, most, but not all of them. Here we have some examples of masculine nouns. We have book, pen. We have carpeta in the folder, and then we have a sheet of paper. Okay, so we have libro, masculine, bolígrafo, masculine, ends in O. Carpeta ends in A, so that's feminine. Hoja ends in A, so that's feminine. And then what is this over here? What are these called? Well, they're called definite articles. So the definite articles el and la also point out if a word is masculine or feminine. It's real easy. When you see el, you know that they're going to say a masculine noun. And when you see la, you know that it's going to be followed with a feminine noun. And so a problem that some of my students have is that they'll mix these up. They will put la in front of a masculine noun, and they'll say la libro, and that's incorrect because it needs to be the same gender. So el libro, both masculine, la carpeta, both feminine. Okay, and they both of these, el and la, both of them mean the. So in English, it's easy, it's just the. In Spanish, it's el and la. And then, what if this is plural? What if it's not just one book? What if it's two books, libros? What if it's two pens, bolígrafos? Well, let's see what it says here. Spanish nouns that end in E or a consonant must be learned as masculine or feminine. You should practice them with their definite articles el or la. So right now, they're not teaching you exactly about los and las. We'll talk about that a little bit more further in class, but what they do want you to know is that sometimes they won't end in O or A, so you don't know if it's masculine or feminine. And so you should practice them and just remember if it would be a masculine definite article or a feminine definite article. Okay, so for example, profesor is masculine, so you will always use el. Lápiz is masculine. And then noche is feminine, so you would always use la. And conversation, noche means night. Conversation, la conversación is feminine. Okay, so why don't we look at right here at actividad 3, masculino o femenino, masculine or feminine. Look at these words and decide whether each one is masculine or feminine. Rewrite each word and add the appropriate definite article el or la. Okay, so right here, I wrote them down for you, and let's fill this out. Right here, it ends in A, and so it would be la pierna, la pierna. Nariz doesn't end in O or A, so what would it be? Would it be el nariz or la nariz? It would be la nariz. Right here we have el cuaderno, and you see all of these are singular. And so because they're singular, they're going to have a singular definite article. So right here we have la hora, and then we have el pupitre. What would go in front of pie, el or la? El. And what would go in front of estudiante, el or la? El. And what about profesora?